Today we will study the experiment effect of open and short circuit conditions in the given circuit. Let us see what are the equipments required to conduct the experiment. We require regulated DC supply 1 in number, milliammeters 3 in numbers, voltmeters 1 in number, resistances 3 decade resistance box which we are taking as R1, R2 and R3 and few connecting wires. So this is the circuit diagram. So we will go through the circuit diagram. We have a DC supply, the range is of 0 to 30 volt. So for that we have to connect the ammeter. Then from the ammeter we are going to connect the R1 and R2 and R3 along with A1 and A2. So this is the healthy condition of the circuit where the switch is closed, then indicates that there is no fault in the circuit. So for that connection we will take the reading, then we will create the open circuit condition and the short circuit condition, then we will take the reading, then we will compare the values open circuit and short circuit conditions. Let us go with the connection diagram. Before switch oning, ensure that the DC supply must be in the on condition. So it's having two terminals, positive and negative terminals. So let us see the connection, how to start the connection. So positive of the battery is connected to the ammeter. Positive of the battery is connected to the ammeter. From other end of ammeter, that is negative side of the ammeter, connected to R1 and R2. R1 and R2. So we have the two wires here from the negative end of the ammeter. So one goes to R1 and other one goes to R2. This is R1 and this is R2 and this is R3. From R2 it goes to R3. Other end of R3 comes to the ammeter, positive point. Negative of the ammeter goes to the supply. Negative of the ammeter goes to the supply back. R1 of resistance is connected to the ammeter. Then other end of ammeter is connected to supply. This completes your circuit diagram. In order to measure the voltage across all the resistances, we are using the voltmeter. Then we have to switch on the voltmeter. Because we are working with the DC, so we will keep in the range of 200 volt. Let us start the experiment. So we have to switch on the DC supply. Main supply is here. Then there is one more supply button. Just switch on this. Then we will keep the voltage. Say I will keep voltage of 5 volt. When we are keeping the 5 volt, the ammeter, all the three ammeters will give the reading. Main ammeter reads 48 milliampere. I1 reads 32 milliampere. Then R3 reads, A3 reads 18 milliampere. So let us note these readings.
Okay. 34.
Let us measure the voltage drop across the resistances. R1 we have kept as 100 ohm, R2 we have kept as 150 ohm, then R3 we have kept as here 250 ohm. So this already we have explained, we know how to keep this one. This is for 100 and this is now for say 10. So I have to rotate this one to keep the 50, 100 here, 1, then 2, then here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Like that we have to keep it for R1 and R2. So let us measure the voltage across R1, drop across R1. This is 4.9, drop across the R1 is 4.9, then R2, (1.4), then R3, 3.5. So these are the voltages and current when the circuit is healthy, that is there is no fault in the circuit. So now we will create the condition of open circuit. So I will open any one of the terminal. Say now I will open it for R1. I will open it for now R1. So when R1 is open, so there is no flow of current here because there is no connection. So just see this connection. The current will flow from ammeter to the R2, R3 and connected back to the supply. So now main I1 will give the reading as well as I2 gives the reading. I1 shows 0. We'll create the open circuit. So I am going to disconnect any of the switch. So here switch is shown. Either I will disconnect the R1 terminal or starting end of the R1 terminal or R2 terminal. Just see I have opened the other end of the R2, that is I have created an open circuit. Open means there is no connection. See that main current is now 14 milliampere. I1 shows 0. See the needle, it is on the 0. So I1, there is no flow of current in the branch, that is because R1 is open. So but there is a similar, because now this is act as a simple series circuit. Whatever the main current is there, same current is going to flow in the I2. So this is once again same. This is 1, 2, 3. So 16 milliampere. So we'll note down the reading when the circuit is open. I1 shows nearly 14. Then I1 is 0. I2 shows nearly 15 milliampere. So now we will see the voltage. Just check here. When circuit is open, drop across that element is 0 because there is no flow of current. Hence, drop across that resistance is 0. So, the voltmeter is showing 0 reading now. Now, we will check the drop across R2. Drop across R2 is same, that is 1.4. V1 is 0. V2 is 1.4. Then V3 is 3.5. So if you are going to observe this, 3.5 and nearly 1.5 is nothing but the 5 volt. So I have applied here 5 volt because it is a series connection. Drop across individual element is equals to applied voltage. So during the open circuit, the circuit where it is open, there is no flow of current. And during that condition, there is no flow of current in the ammeter. Because of that, voltage across this is 0. Now we will create the same, that is we will connect once again the same circuit. Then we will short any of the resistance with the wire. Any of the resistance with the wire means I am shorting the connection. Let us see. So now we will conduct the second part of the experiment, that is creating a short circuit in the given circuit. So if you are observing the circuit here, There is a jump connection, wire connection here indicates that I am shorting the R2 resistance. So I am taking a wire, shorting the terminals of R2. Indicates that I am removing the value of R2. R2 value is nearly 100 ohm which you have set. Then I have shorted this one. When shorting the R2, then see the current. Earlier the current was hardly the 15 milliampere. When the resistances or the circuit is shorted, just see the current now. So current is increases to 54 milliamperes. Main current is 54 milliampere and I1 is 34 milliampere. Then I2 is 20 milliampere. So note down this 20, 34, 54. This is 54. See, just check the condition in the during the open circuit, the current is 20. Then the same when the circuit is open, very less current is flowing through the same, that is circuit. I3 is only 50 milliamperes. Now it is increases to 20 milliamperes. So let us check the drop across the element. So drop across the element, that is R1. This is 4.9. And drop across R2, because it is shorted, then drop across that is very less, because resistance of the wire is very small. Hence drop across this is very less. Hardly it is say 0.6 or anything, but it comes to 0. So drop across R2 is 0 because there is no resistance in the circuit because we are shorting it. Then we have the drop across R3. Drop across R3 is 4.9. 4.9. Just see the circuit here. When you are shorting this resistance, these two resistances are connected in parallel. And in parallel circuit, the voltage is same. So because of that, whatever you are applying the voltage to the circuit, the same will be there across R1 and R3. So just see here now, it's a 5 ohm. This is nearly 4.9, which is nothing but 5 volt. So during the short circuit, the current increases. Voltage will be across the circuit based on how they are connected. During the open circuit, the circuit where it is open, there is no flow of current. So it indicates that during the open circuit, current will be 0 in that open circuited branch, and in the short circuit condition, with the circuit which is shorted, that current will be more in that branch. So this is the effect of open circuit and short circuit.